Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another exciting and mind-blowing Battle of the Beer. I am Jason, this is Lucas. You know the drill, it's Fluxtaposed. We like beer, and now's the time where we each bring a beer head-to-head for a little fun. So let's just go right into it, Lucas. What have you brought today?
Well, for you, I brought Shorts Brew Bellaire Brown. As they put it, a classic American brown ale. So,
All American, classic. I like this. It should be a good base for
testing
the style, everything.
comparison.
Yeah. And while you're opening, I brought today the Dark Horse Boffo Brown Ale. So, as you can tell, since I didn't bother to tell you at the beginning, brown ales was our theme yet again today. You'll see we also have new glassware.
Yes, get a little bit more in there.
We upped the budget for Battle of the Beer. Thanks to viewers like you.
I should probably pour some for myself, huh?
Yeah, you might want to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's got a nice little bubbly head. Got some nice carbonation flowing. It's got a really good...
Look at that. One bottle fits in both.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Nice little amber color, which I like.
Amber's the color of your energy.
Now, we did make a couple changes to our rating system based on some listener feedback we had received. We still have the appearance of the beer, taste, aroma, and then we've added mouthfeel. So describing how the body of the beer feels in the mouth, if you can taste carbonation with the alcohol sensations, things like that, and then overall satisfaction as well. So we'll still take an average of that, but just, make it sound a little more like we know what we're doing, perhaps. I don't know. So
I like it.
I like the color. I like it. You have it's got brown, but with the light, you really pick up an amber color too. And I like how the color dissipates through towards the bottom of the glass.
Kind of looks like maple syrup.
Yeah, and it's got a really nice head on it as well. Let's.
Mine's like, I don't know what I did differently, but.
Well, yeah,
you
rookie pour, I guess. I don't know.
That's my nickname, Rookie Pour.
I'm still terrible at picking up any type of aroma or anything, so I can't get like a distinct something that I could describe. So
You can't put your tongue on it, so to speak.
No. So I'm just gonna taste it then. Mouthfeel. Interesting to describe because you can taste a little of the carbonation there, a little kind of a slight bubbling feeling, but it doesn't. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. I think I like the body. It's like a nice light. I guess it kind of does feel light a little bit.
It's a little thicker than like a pale ale or something. Like I just had some Rolling Rock yesterday, and it's like that's way thicker. Yeah, that's a little bit thicker.
I hope it's thicker than that. So.
But yeah, after doing the stouts, it's definitely not that thick. That's for sure.
You don't really get up. Well, especially after like the ones we did last week, you really got that alcohol hit from it, and I don't notice that in this at all. As far as distinct flavoring, I'm not pulling too much that I could comment on. Like this is just a brown ale, so there's not going to be any flavor notes or anything like that. There's not going to be any nut or any added flavors,
right?
So it's just what you expect from a classic all American.
Yeah,
American
it's not very complex. You're saying it's more like.
Yes, thank you. Complex. No, it's not. It's very simple.
Well, and that's why we thought of it as kind of a benchmark.
Yeah, because that should be just you're getting straight up brown. And ooh, look at that lacing we got there.
Yeah.
Nice little.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm happy with it. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being a simple beer. I mean,
right.
It's very enjoyable. It's very drinkable. I mean, what was the ABV on it? Was
it's not listed on the bottom, unfortunately.
Okay, we'll have to look that up. But I'm going to guess it's probably 5 to 6. I doubt it's much higher than that. I mean, with a brown ale, there's the IBUs. I'm sure aren't that high. I don't really detect a lot of any hops or any bitterness at all. It's just
there's definitely not much bitterness to it at all that I can detect.
It's very drinkable. It's very it's delicious in a way.
Delicious.
Yeah, I like it. I like it quite a bit.
I think it's quite subtle actually, and like you said, that's not a bad thing. But I would have to agree with you that it doesn't really hit a lot of notes on the in the mouthfeel. I think I probably will be in agreement with you. It's not overly carbonated. It's actually almost perfect for me in that regard. I don't really care for overly carbonated beverages. They kind of burn my tongue a little bit, but this is good.
Yeah,
I have a sensitive tongue.
And it's not like a beer you're chewing on the way down. So I mean, in terms of a body, I think it's pretty well evened. And
well, I think of brown ales as kind of the in between something lighter and something like a stout that I generally would drink, but like for me, this is like fall beer or something. Warming up. Like we're not quite summer yet, but it's
this would be a good good bonfire beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we'll take a break here, cleanse the palate, add up our scores for this beer, and then we'll be back to crack open my selection. All right, we are back. Our palates are cleansed. We are ready to continue the battle.
Yes.
So, we're kicking it up with my selection of the Boffo Brown Ale by Dark Horse. So, notice we had to get rid of the Zelda bottle opener because it was just inferior.
It made us look like fools.
Bottle opening. Now, see how smooth that came off this time?
That was
much
classic.
Much better idea. What am I doing? You're the guest here.
Well, I mean, either way.
Oh, yeah.
Either way.
Ooh, look at that little schmuck.
Careful now. Oh, man, I'm going to spill it everywhere.
I missed the bigger glasses already.
I know.
But, hey.
Ooh, she's a bit darker.
That's the Boffo.
That's the Boffo.
The Boffo's gonna do that for you. Oh yeah.
Oh. You can definitely smell the what do they call that? The wort when you're done with it. It smells just like how I imagine it must have smelled when they were making it. Very strong, very oatmeal-y.
I don't think there's any description because I get it. I'm getting something, immediately in that aroma.
It has that grainy smell to it. I like it. I'm not saying it's bad. It's definitely different.
It's a sharp contrast from what we had the first beer, which is very, as we said, very simple, very basic. But then this has a little more complexity. Yeah.
I like it.
And like you said, the color. It's a little darker. That same, nice amber to brown, but a little darker.
It's definitely darker. I don't know if that's because of the glass, but I'm guessing that it is just a bit darker. Oh yeah, there's a bit more going on there.
Yeah. Well, we had a feeling this one. Well, we have a good feeling this one's a little stronger.
Yeah.
So
this one listed the ABV, which is 7, so it's a little stronger. And you can definitely taste a bit of how it smells. Like it tastes how it smells for the most part.
Gotta have that Boffo.
Yeah.
What do you think about the body? I'm not getting as much of a you can see it. Well, it's not quite as busy as the other beer, but I mean I'm not tasting the carbonation quite as much. I think for drinkability, I like how easy the Bellaire is, but I like the more this has a distinct flavor too that you're not going to get from an all-American brown
as it says on the label.
It says on the label, but
it definitely has, like you said, a very distinct taste that you can't just like ignore. Basically, it's speaking of I didn't really talk about the labels yet. I know that's one of my favorite things to do is look at these labels. So on this one, it's kind of a clock tower deal thing going on there. This one's got a weird face. How would you even describe that face that's going on there?
That's the Boffo.
That's the Boffo?
I don't know what a Boffo is.
I was going to say, I don't know the legend of the Boffo, but apparently
I think he is a mystical, shamanistic vagabond that travels around and bestows blessings on tribes, and as tribute, they make alcohol and serve it to him.
Okay. And he pees in the beer, and that's where the taste comes from?
Yes. He pees excellence.
Does he ever? At 7.0% ABV. So,
well, on that note, why don't we tally up the scores for the Bellaire, and then we'll come back with the grand reveal of this month's winner.
Sounds good.
All right, we've used the Flux-Deposed Beer 5000 Super Calcometer. You're just trying to get me to say cock, aren't you?
Maybe.
Anywho, so yes, we've tallied up our results, and it's time to reveal our winners for the bet of the beer. So
okay.
Mine were pretty close. I have a half a point difference.
Really?
Between mine
two.
Mine
were not close at all.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they were close in the sense that they were close to 20, but one was on one side of it and one was on the other.
What did you do the average?
I did the average.
So how are you getting 20?
What? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how to do math. Oh, you know what? I bet I know what happened. It's because I put it all in and then did divided by 4 at the end. So it probably divided by 4 first.
Now that we've corrected your mathematical abilities, we have the scores. So now can I ask you, were yours close? Or?
No, they weren't still. Even though I did it wrong. But I did it right this time and they're still not close.
All right. Well, I had... We'll start off Dark Horse. I gave a 7.5.
The Boffo Brown.
That's how it all came across.
7.5.
Yup, I was like 7 to 8 and across the board in the categories.
Oh wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a 5.75. And what really brought it down for me was the taste. You know, I thought about it, and you know, if I think of something as being kind of the benchmark, or it doesn't have if it's just that flavor I expect, then I usually rate it around a 5 because it's, you know, that's the average really. And for me, I thought about it. I was like, do I want to drink a 6-pack of this? Not really.
Oh, okay.
I kind of don't.
That's fair.
Not that it tastes bad, but
that's how I look at beer now. I don't think there's a bad beer. There's good, there's great, and spectacular. But, I mean, I like all beer. You know.
Yeah.
So. Okay. No, that's fair.
I'm okay with drinking one, but 6 of these.
Just not your
Not
to your palate. You know.
No.
Well, what about how'd you score your Bellaire?
Now the Bellaire Brown. I actually ended up with a 7. And a lot of that was the mouthfeel. I really, this is probably the beer that I would go to for that specific category. It's not too light, it's not too overcarbonated, and I just, from that aspect alone, it has drinkability for me. So, and with it not being so dark, you know, it's almost a perfect go-to that I haven't even had before. So it's kind of a nice learning experience as well. How about you?
I actually gave it an 8.
Wow.
So I like the simplicity.
You're right. Those work.
So yeah, I had 7.5 and an 8. So
dang.
Yeah.
So it's the Bellaire Brown.
All right. So Bellaire Brown was our coup de grace, our winner this week. What are we thinking next time? Do we want to go? We're going to be into March. Well, it'll be March, April. So I don't know if we want to do like a pale ale, or I don't know about an IPA, but maybe just straight up pale ale.
Yeah, I think we could kind of. It's almost like we're going the IBUs across the board, starting at the lowest, and then kind of growing.
Building. Yeah.
So yeah, I think pale ales would be good.
All right, so come back next time for pale ales, and if you like this brand of nonsense that we do, you can check out our podcast at fluxdepost.com and just keep hanging out this channel for more videos like this.